Hello everybody, this is Roger Petersen and welcome to the Costa Rica Law channel where I provide information about relocation, living, and doing business in Costa Rica. Now, if you have a Costa Rica company or LLC, or you have any kind of economic activity in Costa Rica, there's a big change that you need to know about. The Costa Rican Department of Revenue has rolled out its new Tribu-CR online platform. Now this replaces the old ATV system for taxpayer registration and management. So in today's video, I'll show you how expats without residency, that means you do not have a DIMEX residency identification card, can register on Tribu-CR by getting a NITE, that is a taxpayer identification number, online using your passport. So let's get started. If you are a foreigner who owns a Costa Rican corporation, either an SA or an LLC, or you rent out property or earn any income in Costa Rica, then you're going to be required to register with the Department of Revenue. Now, if you have Costa Rican residency, you can just use your DIMEX residency card to register. But if you don't have residency yet, you're going to need to request this NITE number. That is your Número de Identificación Tributario. That is a special taxpayer identification number. It's going to be assigned to foreigners without DIMEX so that they can be identified inside the Costa Rican tax system. Once you've got your NITE, then you can create an account in Tribu-CR and manage your tax obligations just like any resident. So let me do a step-by-step for you so you can see visually how to get this NITE number for you. The first thing is head over to the website of the Tribu-CR platform so you can start the process there. So we're going to focus on this section here that says Solicitudes NITE, which means request a NITE, and you're going to click on Request a NITE. In this page, select that you're applying as a physical person, since you're going to be applying in your personal name for this NITE number, and then that's going to take you to the page where you're going to start inputting all your personal information. Okay, in this section we follow the input request. So the first thing is ask you for a name. I created here Fred, and then we go to the last name, primer apellido, we put in Fred Jones, and then the next section is going to ask you for a passport number. Input the passport number here, and then you're going to move on to the next section, which is going to ask you the date of expiration of your passport. So input that in this section right here. Next, it's going to ask you what capacity you're applying for the NITE. So if it's for a company, put legal representative. If it's personal, put obligado tributario. That means personal. So you can click both of them as well. If you're doing personal and company income as well. In this section, it's asking your country of origin. So if you're from the US, then go ahead and type US and click, and it'll say United States of America. The second part is if you have a second nationality, otherwise just leave it blank. In this section here, it wants your date of birth. So just go ahead and enter your date of birth. Remember in Spanish, it's the day first and then the month. So enter that here and it will log your birth date. In this section here, it's going to want you to register your email address and then again confirm that email address a second time. And then you're going to request for it to send you a confirmation code, which is going to go to that email address. And once you enter that confirmation code here, then you're all set. It'll move you to the next step. In this section, it's asking about your tax residence. So it gives you two options. One, I'm a resident of Costa Rica, or two, I am a resident of my country of origin or another jurisdiction. Those are the two options. Costa Rica may consider you a tax resident for any foreign individual that's resided or stayed in the country for at least 6 continuous months during the fiscal period and earned income from Costa Rican sources. In this section, the system is simply looking to allocate you to the right tax office in the right area of Costa Rica. So it's asking you where you live. This would be where you live, where your property is located, where your business is carried out. So enter the province, the canton, and the district, and you'll be good to go in that section. In this next section, it's going to ask you for a scanned copy of your passport. So make sure you have it scanned and sitting on your desktop so you can just click over here and attach that passport to the process. Then you should hit next, and this will take you to the summary page where it's going to provide you the summary of all the information that you've indicated. And then you hit submit, and then that will create a request with the tax department, and they'll reach out to you to the email with the NITE number for you. So that is the first step in order for you then to have access to the Costa Rican online tax system called Tribu-CR, where you would go and then create a user. Now that you have your NITE number, you would click here, you would select NITE, taxpayer identification, click there, and then that would start the whole process then for you to create an account on this. Now, I suggest that if you have tax obligations in Costa Rica, that you consult with a professional, a CPA, or a tax attorney in order to properly advise you before entering information into the online tax filing system. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions or comments, please let me know, and I'll be glad to answer them for you. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel.